Jimmy Butler is set to face the Miami Heat for the first time since his blockbuster trade to the Golden State Warriors. In a surprising statement, Butler claimed, "It's nothing personal. It's just another game." But is that really how he feels? Or is there something deeper behind those words? The truth may be far more intriguing than it seems, and there's a key detail about his departure from Miami that could completely change how this trade is viewed. Before we dive in, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find in-depth analysis, behind-the-scenes NBA stories, and everything you need to know about the Warriors, the Heat, and Jimmy Butler's journey. Now let's get straight to the point. Jimmy Butler spent over 5 seasons with the Miami Heat, solidifying himself as one of the franchise's most iconic players. He led the team to 2 NBA Finals appearances in 2020 and 2023, delivering countless clutch performances. But despite his efforts, he never secured that elusive championship. Year after year, frustration grew for both Butler and the Heat's fan base. As expectations soared and titles remained out of reach, tensions began to rise behind the scenes. However, few expected the split to happen as quickly as it did. The situation took a drastic turn when the Heat suspended Butler multiple times for what they described as conduct detrimental to the team. While the exact details remain unclear, it was evident that the relationship between Butler and Miami's management had soured. By February, the trade sending him to the Golden State Warriors was finalized, a shocking move that reshaped both franchises. But was money the only factor in Butler's decision to leave? The environment in Miami was no longer healthy for me. I was suspended several times, which shook my confidence and my relationship with the team. I needed something new, something that would motivate me again. He emphasized that he had no issue with the city or the fans, but pointed to the Heat's management and internal dynamics as the breaking point. As he prepares to face his former team, Butler insists that this is just another matchup on the schedule. But can any player truly feel that way when returning to play against a franchise that once defined their career? Since arriving in Golden State, Butler has been a force, helping the Warriors achieve a dominant 16-4 record. His leadership and intensity have reignited the team's championship aspirations. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat have been struggling. They've lost 10 straight games and have won only 4 of their last 21 since Butler's departure. The stark contrast in team performance raises an interesting question. Did Miami make a huge mistake in letting Butler go? Tuesday's showdown is set to be intense, but one of the biggest unknowns is how Miami fans will react. Butler was a beloved figure, a leader who gave his all for the franchise. But now, he's wearing the jersey of a team that could stand in Miami's way of future success. How will the Heat faithful at Kai Sotto respond when they see Butler back on their court? Will he be met with cheers, boos, or a mix of both? When asked about the reception he expects, Butler remained unfazed. "That doesn't matter to me. I'm focused on the present and the future with the Warriors. But we know that crowd reactions can have a major impact on players. Can Butler truly block out the emotions of the night?" While Butler has seamlessly fit into the Warriors' system, rumors are already swirling about the team's next big move. According to reliable sources, Golden State is interested in acquiring Michael Porter Jr. from the Denver Nuggets in a trade that could involve Kevin Looney. Porter Jr., a 6'10 forward, has been putting up impressive numbers, averaging 18, 3 points, 7 rebounds, and hitting 40% from three-point range. While he hasn't yet reached superstar status, he remains a dangerous offensive weapon and a potential long-term asset for the Warriors. Adding a young, versatile forward like Porter Jr. could elevate Golden State's offense and improve their floor spacing. But is it worth giving up Looney? Looney has been one of the Warriors' most underrated players, providing crucial defense, rebounding, and experience in high-pressure playoff moments. Trading him for Porter Jr. would be a gamble, especially considering Porter's history with injuries. Would the Warriors be taking too big of a risk? Or would this move give them the firepower needed to dominate the Western Conference? At the same time, there's another factor to consider: Porter Jr.'s massive contract. The Warriors would need to make a long-term financial commitment, which could limit future roster flexibility. For the Nuggets, the decision is equally complex. They have a generational superstar in Nikola Jokic, and every move they make is aimed at maximizing their championship window. If they feel that Porter Jr. isn't the right piece for their future plans, they might consider a trade. This deal is still in its early stages, but it's one to keep an eye on. The Warriors have never been afraid to make bold moves in pursuit of a title, and this could be their next big step. Even as the Warriors explore potential trades, one thing is clear. The team is built to win now. Steph Curry continues to be one of the most electrifying offensive players in the league, and Butler's addition has injected a new level of intensity and leadership. However, the Warriors also face a long-term challenge, the aging of their core stars. Curry and Draymond Green remain vital pieces, but their championship window won't last forever. Acquiring a young, talented player like Porter Jr. could help ensure a smooth transition for the next era of Warriors basketball. But is it the right move at this moment? Some believe the Warriors already have enough firepower to contend for a title. Butler has seamlessly fit in, and the team's chemistry is at an all-time high. Would adding another piece disrupt that balance? The Warriors must carefully weigh their options. If they believe Porter Jr. is the missing piece, this trade could be a game-changer. But if maintaining team chemistry is the priority, they might decide to stand pat. One thing is certain. Every move Golden State makes will be crucial in shaping the franchise's future. Jimmy Butler's departure from the Miami Heat wasn't just another business move. It was the end of an era filled with highs, lows, and plenty of drama. His tenure with the Heat saw 2 NBA Finals appearances, multiple deep playoff runs, and a culture built around his relentless work ethic. Yet, despite all of that success, tensions began to rise behind the scenes. Reports of multiple suspensions for conduct detrimental to the team sparked speculation about what really went down. While details remain unclear, there were rumors of disagreements with Miami's front office regarding team direction, load management, and even clashes with teammates. Some sources suggest that Butler's intensity, while a driving force behind Miami's success, may have also contributed to the tension within the organization. Now, as he returns to face the Heat for the first time as a Warrior, Butler insists, "It's just another game." But is it really? NBA history tells us that star players rarely treat their first game against a former team as just another matchup. When LeBron James returned to Cleveland after joining the Heat, it was electric. When Kevin Durant faced the Thunder for the first time with the Warriors, it was personal. Even smaller-scale returns, like Kyrie Irving's first game back in Boston, came with intensity, emotion, and a desire to prove a point, proving he made the right decision. Since Butler joined Golden State, the Warriors have been thriving with a 16-4 record, while Miami has struggled. This game is his chance to solidify that he left for the right reasons. How will the Miami fans react? Butler was a beloved figure in Miami, known for his passion and dedication. Will they cheer him for his past contributions? Or will they boo him for leaving? A statement game. Whether he admits it or not, Butler will want to dominate this game. A strong performance against the Heat would send a clear message that he's still at the peak of his powers and that Miami made a mistake letting him go. This game isn't just about two teams battling for a win. It's about closure, legacy, and whether Butler can fully move on from his time in Miami. The Warriors have long been known for their ability to blend elite shooting, unselfish ball movement, and smart roster construction. The potential trade for Michael Porter Jr. is a fascinating move because it would force the franchise to decide between stability and high-risk, high-reward potential. Standing at 6'10" with an elite shooting stroke, Porter Jr. is exactly the kind of player who thrives in Golden State's system. He has averaged 3 points per game this season while shooting an impressive 50% from the field and 40% from three. The Warriors' offense, which thrives on floor spacing, would benefit greatly from having another reliable shooter who can stretch defenses. Beyond his offensive abilities, Porter Jr. also brings size and length, something the Warriors could use to match up against bigger Western Conference teams like Denver, Oklahoma City, and Minnesota. The biggest concern surrounding Porter Jr. is his health. Since his college days at Missouri, he has dealt with significant back injuries. While he's managed to stay relatively healthy over the past 2 seasons, there's always the looming question of durability. On the other side of the equation is Kevon Looney, the player Golden State may have to part with to acquire Porter Jr. Looney has been an unsung hero for the Warriors, providing elite rebounding, strong defense, and invaluable playoff experience. Trading him would leave a gap in the team's interior defense and leadership. What this trade would mean for Golden State's future? If the Warriors go through with this trade, they are betting on long-term upside. While Looney is a proven asset, Porter Jr. is younger and has the potential to be a cornerstone piece as the team transitions into the post-Curry era. The real question is, do the Warriors want to go all in on winning now, or do they want to take a calculated risk for the future? Kai Sotto has been steadily making a name for himself in international basketball, and his recent performances in the B-League have only strengthened the belief that he's ready for an NBA opportunity. At 7'3", Sotto's size alone makes him a unique prospect. But he's not just a tall player, he has skills that make him stand out. Strong footwork agility. Unlike many 7-footers, Sotto moves well and has solid footwork in the post. Mid-range stretch ability. His shooting touch allows him to be more than just a traditional center. Basketball IQ court vision. He's an underrated passer, capable of making the right plays in offensive sets. His recent game against Kyoto, where he posted 20 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists, highlighted his steady improvement. He's nearing key milestones in his career, including 1,000 points in the B-League, and his trajectory suggests he could be an impactful role player in the NBA. Golden State's system has never relied on traditional big men, but Sotto's skill set could allow him to carve out a role similar to what the team once envisioned for James Wiseman. He wouldn't be expected to dominate right away, but his ability to alter shots, rebound, and provide some offensive versatility could be valuable off the bench. Additionally, Warriors fans have already begun pushing for the team to sign Sotto. His global appeal, especially among Filipino basketball fans, would bring a new level of excitement to Golden State. The biggest question is whether the Warriors would be willing to take a chance on Sotto as a developmental project. If they do, he could end up being one of the steals of the international talent pool. Jimmy Butler's first game against the Miami Heat since his blockbuster trade to the Golden State Warriors is shaping up to be one of the most emotionally charged matchups of the season. Despite Butler downplaying the situation, saying it's just another game, there's no doubt that this matchup carries a deeper significance for both him and the Heat organization. For any player, facing a former team can bring a mix of emotions, especially when the departure was as turbulent as Butler's. He spent over 5 seasons in Miami, leading them to 2 NBA Finals, building a legacy as one of the franchise's fiercest competitors. His leadership, work ethic, and clutch performances earned him the admiration of fans and the respect of his teammates. However, things changed rapidly in the months leading up to his trade. Reports of internal conflicts, suspensions for conduct deemed detrimental to the team, and a growing rift with Miami's front office led to a dramatic and unexpected breakup. Butler has made it clear that his issue wasn't with the fans or the city. It was with team management and the culture shift that led to his suspensions. Despite saying that he has moved on, there's no way Butler won't feel something extra when he steps onto the court in Miami wearing a Warriors jersey. Players often say they don't hold grudges, but history suggests otherwise. We've seen stars like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Kawhi Leonard make statements against their former teams in the past. Will Butler do the same? How will Miami fans react? Heat fans adored Butler during his tenure, but now he's wearing the jersey of an opponent. Some may still cheer him for what he accomplished, while others may feel betrayed and boo him the moment he steps onto the court. The reception at the Kaseya Center could set the tone for the game. If fans turn hostile, Butler might use that as motivation to dominate. Since Butler's departure, the Heat have struggled significantly. They've gone on a 10-game losing streak and have won only 4 of their last 21 games. The void left by Butler has been glaring, and Miami has been unable to find a reliable leader to fill his shoes. Meanwhile, the Warriors have thrived since acquiring Butler, posting a 16-4 record since the trade. His presence has revitalized Golden State's competitive edge, adding another dynamic to their offense and strengthening their defense. This disparity in performance between the two teams makes the upcoming matchup even more intriguing. Will Butler make a statement with a dominant performance? Will Miami regret letting him go? All eyes will be on this game, and it has all the makings of a classic NBA revenge showdown. The potential trade for Michael Porter Jr. Why the Warriors are interested in Michael Porter Jr. With Jimmy Butler now solidifying the Warriors' starting lineup, Golden State is reportedly exploring additional moves to ensure long-term success while keeping their championship window open. One of the most intriguing trade rumors involves Michael Porter Jr. as a talented 6'10" forward from the Denver Nuggets. Porter Jr. is an elite shooter, averaging 18, 3.7 rebounds and 5 3-pointers per game while maintaining 50% shooting from the field and 40% from 3. His ability to stretch the floor and provide another scoring option would make him an ideal fit alongside Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. What the Warriors would have to give up to acquire Porter Jr. The Warriors would likely have to part ways with Kevon Looney, one of their most underrated yet crucial players. Looney's impact doesn't always show up in the box score, but his defensive presence, rebounding, and playoff experience have been vital to Golden State's recent success. Would the Warriors be taking too big of a risk by trading Looney for Porter Jr.? Porter Jr. is an undeniable offensive talent, but he has struggled with injuries and defensive consistency throughout his career. Looney, on the other hand, provides stability, reliability, and toughness, qualities that championship teams need. The Warriors' offense thrives on ball movement, spacing, and versatility. Porter Jr. could flourish in this system, providing another deep shooting threat alongside Curry, Klay Thompson, and Butler. However, his defense is a concern. Golden State's switch-heavy defensive scheme requires discipline, and Porter Jr. has yet to prove he can excel in that aspect of the game. Additionally, his contract is expensive and long-term, meaning the Warriors would need to commit significant financial resources to him. Would it be worth it in the long run? The Warriors must weigh their options carefully. While adding a young and dynamic forward like Porter Jr. could help extend their championship window, losing a reliable and experienced player like Looney might disrupt their team chemistry. Ultimately, the decision comes down to whether Golden State values immediate offensive firepower over defensive stability, a choice that could shape the franchise's future for years to come. Kai Sotto's potential fit with the Warriors. Kai Sotto's recent performance and development. Kai Sotto has been making waves in the B League, proving that he is developing into a well-rounded player. His recent performance against Kyoto, where he recorded 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, showcased his scoring ability, court vision, and versatility. Additionally, he is on the verge of reaching several significant milestones. 8 points away from 1,000 career points in the B League, over 500 career rebounds, proving his dominance in the paint. Just 4 assists shy of 100 career assists, showing his playmaking ability. With Golden State needing a reliable interior presence, Sotto could be an under-the-radar addition that addresses a key weakness. Here's why he could fit well with the Warriors. Size and rim protection. At 7'3", Sotto would instantly add much-needed height and shot blocking to the Warriors roster. Offensive versatility. Unlike traditional centers, he has a soft shooting touch, making him a great fit for Golden State's floor-spacing offense. High basketball IQ. The Warriors' system demands smart decision-making, and Sotto has shown great passing ability and awareness. Could the Warriors actually sign him? The Warriors are known for taking chances on international talent, and Sotto's skill set aligns with their needs. His potential addition would give them a low-risk, high-upside option for depth at the center position. Fan campaign for Sotto. Warriors fans have already started social media campaigns pushing for the team to give Sotto a chance. His international experience and growing reputation make him a compelling prospect for Golden State. If the Warriors bring him in, he could develop under Draymond Green and Kevon Looney, learning the defensive principles and high IQ basketball required to thrive in Golden State's system.